Yeah. 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 What's happening, my friends? What is happening? Yeah, we'll get started in just a second. Let everybody come in. Man, oh man, we got more for you. Counterfeiting Ezekiel is what we're going to talk about. Yeah. Unbelievable stuff that I'm going to show you. Wayne Carlisle, what's happening? EMR. And Del Toro. What's up? Chris Rohr. What's happening? Counterfeiting Ezekiel's vision. Renee Hudkins, hey. Give everybody a minute to come in. Lisa Pritchard, good evening. How's my levels? Can you hear me all right? I listened back to the show I did with Charlotte and Dodie, and I was kind of low. Hannah Lord Tepper said, I had a dream the fig tree was fully grown with one ripe fig. Barbie Sue, Cherokee Sparrow Hawk. Looking forward. Cool. I don't know if you heard day before yesterday's show. Was it? No, it was yesterday's. What am I talking about? Yesterday's. Forgot I did the two shows back to back. And man, Ezekiel's vision is like right there. Yeah, we're gonna wait till you, man. They got a craft. I'm telling you, wait till you see what I read you. Give everybody a chance. Come on in. Star Gonzalez, Smoot Man, Emma Berry 30. Good evening, sir. Good evening, Marty Moose. Your mic is down, but the ambient music is high. So is the music too loud right now? Texas, Sherry Zumo, Linda Hipple, Southern Bells, hello. Okay, good. You know, Anthony Dunn says, hello and good day to you. Welcome to the War Drummer Bible Study Hour. Yeah, I mean, that's what we look at here. We do that. Yes. Hey, you know, let me tell you, DC, So we're having success with our little business opportunity we've been talking about, and we're going to run it. We're going to talk about it more. And somebody that just bought in, you don't have to buy in with a builder pack, but someone did, and I'm going to be running their spots for them tonight. That's the secret to what we have here. We're going to help each other, but you got to spend money, and we'll all make money together. We're not going to make money if we don't spend money. You'll see. See how it works. Let's give him a few more minutes. Ezekiel's vision, the counterfeit. You see those creatures right there? You see those creatures? Those are cherubim, cherub. That's what Satan was, a cherub. He covered the law on the Ark of the Covenant. That was him. That was one of these creatures. And they got 4 heads. Four heads. And they got this wheel within a wheel, like a gyroscope thing on the side of each one of them. And their spirits are in those gyroscopes. Weird. But that's what God is like. That right there. And those 4 creatures, they're part of the Elohim. You think Elohim is just another name for God. It's not. Elohim is the spirits around him, the angels and him. Yeah. It's going to be cool. But anyway, Satan was one of those. And we're going to look at it in a minute, just getting everybody a chance to come in. Satan was one of those. And I believe he's going to try to counterfeit Ezekiel's vision. As we're seeing all of this stuff come out about UFOs, that the Pentagon is saying that they're declassing all this stuff, saying that it's real, yada, yada, yada. And just in time for the end. Renee Atkins. Cool. Trevor Lindsay. Frederick Newcomb. Tonight's Frederick Newcomb's night, see? That's what we're going to do. When you spend money in this little business, we're going to help you and promote you on this show according to how much you do. So you'll see. And watch. Frederick just bought a builder pack, so his link, I'm going to share his link tonight. So, hey, Dodie got her mask. her and her son got their mask. It's cool. Vincent Peretti got his mask, and it's cool. Yeah, told him, said, take a picture of yourself with it. It is funny. That one with Fauci on the front, and he says, lie, fake. KDC, what's up? Graham Burlingham, newbie from Ohio. This is so awesome, but it is past my bedtime. That's the Graham part. That's the Graham part. Yeah, we're about to get started right now. Susie Stoggs, hello. My friend Barbara Sue Cherokee Sparrowhawk. Nothing is hidden that won't be revealed. We all will certainly be shocked when all is revealed. Soft disclosures on everything now. Did you see Barr? Did you see Barr like today? Like, why didn't he just say, you guys are treasonous? Why don't they just say that? You know, the Republicans, they're all just so, I mean, I know what's his face tells the truth, but man, when it comes down to it, the career politicians like Barr, he's part of the swamp. I don't care what you say. He's been there since Bush. You know, he's not going to jeopardize his career. And they never let him answer. How did he just laugh at him? Say, you're a liar. You're treasonous. I'd have no problem doing that. Trevor Lindsay, Republicans are pussycats. Yes, they are. And KDC, true dat. I feel a little Cajun in there somewhere. Yeah, Cynthia Albertson, they were really bad attacking him, man. Really bad. Really bad. Really bad. You see, the problem with this country is we're leaving it up to the government to prosecute themselves. It's not going to happen. I don't care what you think. It's not going to happen. And the Constitution says that it will not happen. The Constitution says that we are to take matters into our own hands when it becomes this. Yeah, read it. Read it. And if you think the government's going to take matters into their own hands, I'm sorry. You've been misled and pacified so that you won't do it. Where are the militias? Where are the militias? The only militias that exist in this country right now are the Black Lives Matter militias who want to kill anyone who has to say anything different than they do. That's it. Guarantee you. And it's all going to be helter-skelter. I'm telling you. The race war that the enemy, that the deep state, that the Illuminati will use to summon the Antichrist. The cherub. The cherub. Susie Stockstill, I hope so. He said, no, Sean, they are gathering. Well, it's a little late. They need to get on the scene like now. Tattoo and Jalak, right? We the people have to do this. Eleum City, look it up, is where the militia is at. Well, good. They need to do something now. But they gotta, you see, the only thing they got, it's gotta be the individual states, and they have to go arrest the governors and the mayors of these individual states. You can't be like going from state to state and out of your own state, because then it becomes a problem. I'm telling you, it'll be a problem. But if the duly created militia of Chicago marches downtown and arrests that mayor, it'd be a lot different. It'd be a lot different. But they won't. How many we got in here? Almost. We're almost ready. We are almost ready. Yeah. Don't expect the government to prosecute itself. If you think that that's going to happen, you have been the target of a psyop that has lied to you. It's never going to happen. Both sides are the deep state. Never going to happen. And that's why they need to turn it up.
And hopefully the brain attached to the mouth, right? The brain, more important than the mouth is the brain. The brain is much more important.
He is the brain, and I am the mouth. Yeah! Man, let me tell you.
Tonight, we renew our resolve that America will never be a socialist country.
Man, we've been a socialistic country since January. Oh man, let me tell you, wait till you see what I got to show you tonight. And we are getting ready for a counterfeit of Ezekiel's vision. Don't believe me? Don't believe me? If you were here yesterday when I read Ezekiel's vision, you were like, what? That's like a UFO. I know everybody's been saying it. Everybody has said it. That's why it's going to happen. It's been put into our minds, our consciousness. Let's do this. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, before we get going, I want to show you these masks really quick. You know, I know a lot of you will say, not masks, not for me. I know masks for me. Well, that's fine. You do whatever you want. But for those But for those who understand exactly what's going on, don't let a mask muffle your voice. And if you can't go out of your house because you won't wear a mask, it's going to muffle your voice and you're not even wearing one, right? Like, see that? Vincent Paretti's out at a Mexican restaurant right now wearing that mask. Obey and conform. Fake news. Fake. They live. Renee, read my lips. She wants people to hear, we the people, and there's the Constitution. And others, this mask is like a Democrat. It does nothing. Cynthia Albertson came up with that. This is a gag order. Hawk came up with that. Yeah. And then we have these lib triggers. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's going to trigger libs like you would not believe. And then flatten this curve. A hers and his. And take this mask and shove it. Wear it. Wear it. Ha ha ha. Everybody was kung flu fighting. This for 0 point whatever, 0.0 whatever percent. I'm the effing hero. Oh, you should see Dodie and her husband and her son wearing this one. That's awesome, man. That one is awesome. Oh, we got the DC line, right? The DC line, DC hoax. DC hoax, yeah, and it says, yeah, this mask is that evil. The Don LG line, right? The Trevor line, silence of the sheep. Or this one, Corona Extra, imported fear from China. Fakes, this is the Nuclear Joe line. Fake science, fake protection. This another Donna G line. Wonder why Corona hasn't visited us, because we don't have TV. And then we got Pizzagate. But you don't tread on me. Another Nuclear Joe line. Man, this is hilarious. Right, a condom right there. And it says hydroxychloroquine right there. It says superior protection, Trump 2020. Then Trump laughing. Trump 2020. We got the Jerry L line. Hot Lips 2 right there. The open mask. The other Hot Lips right there. Teresa Motorbike Rider line. Placebo effect. This is socialism. Corona hoax. See, I'll make you any mask you want as long as you promise to buy it. As long as you promise to buy it. I mean, come on. If in Borrow, he had licked my nar. You know, come on, I did it. I made it. The Sandra line. Fauci lied. Fauci lied. So yeah, get you a mask if you're gonna wear one. You gotta have one that says something. You know, you can't just go out there with one that doesn't say anything, right? You gotta have one that says something. You know, make a difference. We think it is a hoax. It's a hoax. You see what they're doing with that video of those doctors saying that hydroxy is the one thing that works, right? You see it. You see what they're doing. See, they don't want anything affecting their money, right? They don't want anything affecting their money. You know, and I do have a legitimate question, you know, why is Trump pushing the vaccine when, you know, he started the hydroxychloroquine stuff? I know he has to. He has to. I get it. I get it. You know what aggravates me is these people on Twitter who send me messages with Ray-Ban in them or something, you know. Kind of crazy. Lucifer'S UFO. Our government has a craft. Mm-hmm. You heard it, and I'm going to show you and prove to you that it's true. That it's true. That it is true. Let me just do this. Put this out there. I didn't put a link in the on my platforms before I started. You know, I just started. Thank you for those who are on Twitter and all right now sharing it. Thank you. Alan Nibbles says these masks will become collector's items, folks. Yeah, because hopefully they won't be needed sooner or later. But yeah. Tattoo Angel said, imagine lipstick sales are down. That's hilarious. I mean, that is hilarious. They're around $14, and no matter if you get a custom one or not, they're $14. So that's cool. I mean, I'll make any of the mask say anything you want. Anything you want. You tell me, I'll make it, as long as you promise to buy it, and then I'll show it to you, and you'll get it. You buy it. Glenn Orgo says it is happening just like the end of X-Files. I didn't watch that. Joe Blow. Hey, I was going to call you earlier, and I'm like, oh, I'm going on. So I'm going to try to remember to call you tonight after, unless you go to bed. You don't want me to. Ezekiel one in the picture. Yeah, that would be a good mask. Yeah. James Baggett says, my mask says vote Trump 2020. Yeah, I have those too. So let's get into this, right? You know, this show is brought to you by CTFO. If you want a free business and use my platform, if you want to use my platform, the mods are going to put that link in the chat right now. Let me put that on my video description so that we have it going there. I just want to make sure. Do you know that original lipstick was bat poop? Did you know that? Bat poop. Bat poop. Here, I'm putting this link right here. This is Frederick Newcomb, and today's show is brought to you by Nuclear Joe's CTFO. Yeah. See, that's how it works. When you come in and you spend money, and you started this little business, I'm going to put it up there. We're going to take a day and dedicate it to you and give you your own show as far as ads. I mean, that's like $250 right there. Yeah, handle a tapper level out. That's crazy. Kiss me, you fool, with poop lips. Yeah. Bat guana. Poop. Bat poop. All right, let me show you this. Let's see if I can do full screen on this. Right here, let me make it smaller. I apologize. With Pentagon unit in UFO in unit in the spotlight, report mentions off-world vehicles not made on this earth. So as we talked about in Ezekiel, remember? As I looked, behold, a storm wind was coming from the north. This is Ezekiel 1, verse 4. A great cloud with fire flashing forth continually and a bright light around it. And in its midst, something like glowing metal in the midst of the fire. Within it, there were figures resembling 4 living beings, and this was their appearance. They had human form, and then it goes on to talk about the heads and all that. And this is not a UFO. It was not a flying saucer. But it was the vision that God gave to Ezekiel of himself and his Elohim, cherubs and other things. And you have been told about Ezekiel, you know, Discovery has shown you all of the different ancient writings that point to UFOs, yada, yada, yada. But what that is, ladies and gentlemen, it's Lucifer. Lucifer is a cherub. Lucifer is a cherub. Remember Ezekiel 28? I want to read this article in just a second, but it's really incredible. It says in Ezekiel 28, "Take a son of man, take up a lamentation over the king of Tyre, and say to him, thus says the Lord, you had the seal of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. You were in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was your covering, the ruby, the topaz, and the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, and the jasper, the lapis lazuli, the turquoise and emerald, and the gold. The workmanship of your settings and sockets was in you. On the day that you were created, they were prepared. You were the anointed cherub who covers what? Covers the law. And I placed you there." See? So, as we see this image right here, right? This image of these cherubs, that's what Satan was. He was one of these creatures. So, what he's going to do is when he attempts to claim that he is God, it is because he is going to appear like this in the sky, ladies and gentlemen. We have Revelation pointing back to Ezekiel as well. So the sign in the skies, be ready. Be ready. Be ready, because, let's read this now. The long-hidden UFO investigative unit within the Pentagon will make some of its findings public, according to a New York Times report. Do you need to see this? You've probably seen it already. See, it's moving over the water. There's another one. Watch it, it's going to shoot straight up, I think. These things are traveling at tremendous speeds. Yeah, right here, let's watch it. Here you go. Okay, yeah, there, it moved out of the way. Right there, see it? They can't even keep up with it.
Echo 6-1, Tango, Roger,
Oh, got it! Woohoo!
Roger, there's troubleshooting
Are you box moving target?
No, I took an auto track.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Wow, look at that, man. Look at it fly.
Dude, that is a fucking drone, bro.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA.
My gosh.
They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude. That's not our LNS though, is it? It's not.
That is the LNS, dude.
Well, if there's like...
Look at that thing.
It's rotating.
Did you see it turn? Did you see it turn on itself as it was moving? That was strange. What do you think about that before I read the article? What do you think about that? We're not a UFO channel. We are not a UFO channel. We do not promote extraterrestrials here. The only extraterrestrials we believe in are angelic beings, not the Nephilim. It's not the Nephilim. These are alien beings from another world. So be ready. Be ready. That footage is old. Discovery Channel has been showing that footage for a year. But there is other footage that's going to come out and a lot of information. Check this out. Watch it. Let's read this. The unit, which is now part of the Office of Naval Intelligence, has spent over a decade discussing mysterious events in classified briefings, according to the news outlet. A government contractor told The Times that he gave a classified briefing to the Department of Defense in March, describing retrievals from off-world vehicles not made on this Earth. The Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon Task Force at the Office of Naval Intelligence has described in a Senate Intelligence Committee report last month. The unit standardized collection and reporting on identified aerial phenomena, any links they have to adversarial foreign governments, and the threat they pose to U.S. military assets and installations, the report said. However, the committee remains concerned that there is no unified, comprehensive process within the federal government for collecting and analyzing intelligence on unidentified aerial phenomena, despite the potential threat, it added. The committee understands that the relevant intelligence may be sensitive. Nevertheless, the committee finds that the information sharing and coordination across the intelligence community has been inconsistent, and this issue has lacked attention from senior leaders. In the report, the Senate Intelligence Committee directs the Director of National Intelligence, in consultation with the Secretary of Defense, to submit a report to the Congressional Intelligence and Armed Services Committees on Unidentified Aerial Phenomena, or Anomalous Aerial Vehicles. The report must include observed airborne objects that have not been identified. The committee says that the report should be submitted within 180 days. Let's go down. The New York Times reported a small group of government officials and scientists believe that objects of undetermined origin have crashed to Earth and been retrieved. This is mainstream media, folks. This is Fox News. Fox 13, Tucker Carlson mentioned it. I mean, think about that. These objects have crashed to Earth and have been retrieved. I mean, what the heck? What the heck? Linda Hippel, Skunk Works built jets. I'm not sure if this is so much to do with Skunk Works as much as it's to do with what we've been talking about. Hannah Lord Tepper says, let's see them. What are they waiting for? That is what they say is going to come out real soon. They've been retrieved, including former Senator Harry Reid. He says this. While some have been found to be man-made materials, there are question marks over others. The publication cites Eric W. Davis and anytime you see Senator Harry Reid, right there, we should say they're getting ready to do a hoax on our asses. Sorry, but that's the case. That's true. You know it. You know it. Anytime a Democrat's involved, there's a hoax involved. The publication cites Eric W. Davis, an astrophysicist who worked as a subcontractor and a consultant for the Pentagon UFO program. Davis, who now works for defense contractor Aerospace Corporation, said he also gave briefings on the recovery of unexplained objects to staff members of the Senate Armed Services Committee and the Senate Intelligence Committee on October 21st and October 23rd, 2019. So this has just happened. As we have said previously, the Department of Defense and all the military departments take any incursions by unauthorized aircraft into our training ranges or designated airspaces very seriously and examine each report. A spokesperson for the Department of Defense told Fox News via email, this includes examinations of incursions that are initially reported as unidentified aerial phenomena when the observer cannot immediately identify what he or she is observing. And now I'm going to pause right there, and we'll be right back with that. I'm going to give Frederick Newcomb a call, who is Nuclear Joe. Sorry if you if I'm not supposed to do that, Nuclear Joe, but I just ruined your cover. I love the name. I think it's so awesome. Let's see if I can get him on here. See if I can get him on here. You there?
Yep.
Let me, you're not very loud, so let me just make sure you speak up in there.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, that's good, that's good. That's good. So it's my understanding that you just bought a silver business pack.
I did.
Why did you do that?
I wasn't gonna.
No,
But the more I started finding out, the more I started thinking, gee, this makes sense. So I just went ahead and did it.
Why did you think it made sense?
Well, it sounded like, the products are the kind of products that I'm kind of into a little bit of the health stuff, and I'm into, trying to find some vitamins that are doing pretty good. And I'm basically just kind of got into the idea of, like for instance, my health pack is the Immune Essentials Combo Pack, the Chew Off Family Pack, the Liquid Glove Moisturizing Hand Sanitizer.
Liquid Glove. Tell us about it.
That's kind of an interesting product. It's 70% isopropyl alcohol, which everybody knows that kills the virus and all that stuff. But what they do, isopropyl alcohol sucks all the moisture out of your skin, so you end up with dry, cracked skin. It'll really ruin your hands. Mm-hmm. So what they do is they put 3 different ingredients into this to help your hands stay moisturized. And because of the ingredients they put in it, it kind of sticks to your skin. So it's kind of like a glove, so it lasts a lot longer than just a regular hand sanitizer. So it'll protect you over a longer period of time. And I'm like, gee, that really kind of makes some sense. I'm going to give that product a try and see what I think about it.
Awesome. So, and you went through, before you joined, you said you did some price comparisons to see if it was worth it.
Well, last weekend I went through a whole bunch of different products that was basically in the health fitness kind of stuff. And the one that really stuck out was this Immune Essential Combo Pack. They give you an Ultimate Vitamin and a Super 7 Vitamin. There's 60 tablets in each one of these bottles, and you take 2 per day. So it's basically a 30-day supply. But what they do is, separately, they cost $40 more than if you buy the pack. And right now they've got a special on them, which makes it really a great deal because you can get this thing locked in. If you can get it locked in on an auto ship, mm-hmm. grandfather the price. So when this special ends, you're going to be grandfathered in, and they'll keep sending me this stuff once a month on an auto ship.
At that discounted price.
Yeah, you're going to save $40 a month on your order. That's an awesome deal.
So we don't want to push anything that we don't agree with, which is really cool.
Right.
Which is really
Yep.
cool.
And that's what I wanted to do, is I wanted to get an idea, like some of the products, what are they, what are the pricings, and some of the stuff, if you buy one, it's a single quantity price, but if you buy three of them, you can get 3 of them for the price of 2. Now, like, I think if I look at the, let me get down here to where my chew-offs are, I think.
And while you look for that, I just want to say, and they have the awesome pain alternative of the thing that I can't say on this channel, cannabinoid, oil. But they got the cannabis oil A, which is supposed to be like top of the line for pain.
Oh yeah, it's many times stronger than the standard one.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I did is I found this chew-off family pack. The chew-off family pack, you buy 3 bottles, and it's the same price as if you buy 2 bottles singly.
Oh, wow.
So basically, you're buying 3 bottles and getting 1 bottle for free. That's another great deal.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thanks for coming on and telling us, ladies and gentlemen. This is a free business. If you want to join, you don't have to spend money. It's better if you do. You don't have to buy a builder pack. You can just buy the products. But know that the people that spend money with this program are going to be on this show, because if people spend money into them, they're going to make money. So, and there is a pathway to platinum, which if Nuclear Joe spends so much money over a certain amount of time and sells these other packs, he'll become a platinum pack holder. Do you realize that, right?
I got 2 people under me now.
Yeah. So if they buy the builder packs, you get closer to being a gold member, and then a platinum, and that's if you want to have a little business, if you want to do it as a business. But you don't have to spend any money to do it as a business. If you want to make the big bucks, that's when you got to spend money. But if you don't, you can still do it and make a little money. All right, man. Go ahead. What?
We all look at startup costs of a business. We all do. I've looked at several multi-level marketing businesses and passed a lot of them up. I did Amway 3 times, okay? Never got to direct, spent an ton of money, had a lot of products in my garage.
Yeah.
Had to stock a lot of stuff. Nothing wrong with the organization, but, after a while, you feel like you're spinning your wheels. And you're constantly out there all the time doing meetings and all this stuff. This stuff here, you don't do anything. I signed up, and I didn't even realize it, but I had somebody buy a product and signed up under me, and I didn't even know it. Sean had to tell me.
Yeah, that's cool. And
I underneath you, dude. And I went, I do? And he goes, yeah. Well, what's really cool, though, when I'm speaking of startup costs, you get into startup costs on any businesses, you got a lot of things to buy. You're thinking about a website. You're thinking about, they supply all this stuff.
All of it.
Totally free.
Yep.
Totally free. No gimmicks, no catch, no nothing. I mean, it's totally free. And the thing that's really cool, you start a new business, you don't know anything about it, okay? Well, here's something cool. The first week that you're in business, the very first 7 days, they give you a 20% discount.
Wow.
Now,
yeah.
What better way to find out about products but to buy them in the first week and save 20%? The other thing is, after that, it drops to 10% for the first 30 days, 30 or 31 days. So you're still saving 10%. And if you get the builder pack, you can save even more. And the builder pack can be any products. products.
Yeah,
You
that's
can
the thing
mix
with the
and match.
builder pack. You buy that, you're buying the business, but when you buy the business, you're like when you buy that, like, how much was the silver pack?
Well, you got to spend. I think the total is $350.
If you want to make it a business, you don't have to make it. You don't have to do this to make money. You're just saying if you want to up it, if you want to, it's another level of the business basically. But the thing is you're not just spending it. You're getting product for all that. Every dollar that you spend buying into the business, you get product for.
Here's something to think about. Whenever I started a multi-level business or heard about a multi-level business, that business had been around for 20, 30 years already. The first time I got into Amway, I think they'd already been for 20 years. I mean, the business was an old business. And the big problem with a lot of old multi-level marketing programs is that, oh my gosh, everybody's heard of them. Oh gosh, I don't know if I want to get involved. There's a lot of doomsayers out there, but a lot of people have already heard it or they've already been approached by it or whatever. This business, CTFO's only been out there for 5 years. This is worldwide entry-level stuff. This is a multi-billion-dollar business. They did almost $300,000 last year. And when you think about that, and
300,000 or 300 what?
300 million.
300 million, right.
They did almost 300 million last year. So when you think about a business, think about, okay, is this entry level? Is this groundbreaking stuff that I'm getting into? Or is this some old business that everybody's heard of for the last 40 years? This is brand new. This is entry level. This is the stuff this is bleeding nose technology, okay? I always call that bleeding nose because I'm a tech. But this is bleeding nose stuff. This is going to grow at an exponential rate. Think about a business that you don't have to work at.
And
you just have to.
And you get a platform like mine,
right?
That goes with it. I mean,
yes.
you spent 300 something for that builder pack, and now you're getting a spot on a fairly small YouTube channel, but there's going to be people that hear it, and you've already signed up people under you because of that channel, and
right.
That right there is a $250 value, and you're getting it for free because you've done what you've done. So,
and the beauty about what Sean's doing is he's in it to not only help himself, but to help all the rest of us. And that's when tonight he's helping me. Now, he's basically over a lot of these times since he's gotten going, he's had different people that he's featured each night with different products that they feature. Now, I mean, that's just my gosh, what a godsend there. I mean, if you want help, this is help. I mean, that's help. It's hard to find help like that. And there's a lot of other benefits to the business, but I mean, you've got exposure to people that you'd never have exposure to.
Yeah, if you were going to try to build a business with this CTFO without this platform, it'd take you years.
Yeah.
Years.
I've watched several videos, and guys have said, I've been 3 or 4 years into it, and this is what I built, and this is what it takes, and blah, blah, blah. But, like what Sean says, you don't have to make it a business. The biggest advantage to just signing up. The biggest advantage to just signing up. Sign up, it's free. Mm-hmm. You get in the database. The database gives you pricing based on the fact that you're an associate. If you're an active associate, and which means that you buy stuff every 31 days, if you're an active associate, you automatically get money if somebody under you signs up under you and buys something. If somebody doesn't sign up under you and buys something, if you're an active associate, you automatically get some money. Now, that's residual income. I know what residual income because I used to write some programs that were residual. Once you write a program, I wrote a program one day. I spent about 3 hours writing a program. Okay, I sold it for about 3 years. And over the period of 3 years, I only sold it for like $10. But over the period of time that I was doing it, I sold 300 copies of it. That's $3,000 for 3 hours of work. That's residual income. Getting paid for something you already did, but it comes back to you and you don't have to do anything extra for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this business is going to produce, residual income. So if you're sick, if you're laying in bed, you got in an accident, you can run this business from bed in home or wherever. It's going to keep building money for you.
And you don't even have to treat it like a business. You could just, if you got pain and you want an alternative to narcotics, you get their pain alternative and make sure you get it every month, and you'll be active, which means that you'll get discounts. And if you spend money, I'm gonna feature your link on my show.
Well, the greatest thing too, to make sure that you stay active, get on the auto ship.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
yeah,
oh, yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
Boy, that's great.
Yep.
So yeah, I might be a little pumped.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. So let's hope, go to his link, folks. Even if you don't, just check it out. Look at it. Read the material, and you're going to see what we're doing here. We've hacked this program. That's the thing. This is a multi-level marketing situation. But the fact is, we've hacked it. We've hacked it with this show, with my Facebook group, with my Twitter following. We got a big audience here that, folks, this is, think about it. Think about it. Already, I think I signed up a week ago. I forget, 23 people under me. Not many people have bought, but there's still 23 people that have signed up under me because of the show. Because of other people that have been on, and this is a no-brainer. I'm getting excited, so I should let you go. We'll get back to the show.
Okay.
All right, man. Thanks. Take it easy. Yeah, if you're having problems making your mortgage, car payments, or if you just want an extra bit to pad what you got now, you should think about. Go to one of those, go to the link that Emery Rose just put in. As we have said previously, the Department of Defense and all the military departments take any incursions by unauthorized vehicles into our training ranges and designated airspace by very, very serious. We take it very seriously. The Department of Defense, right here, the Department of Defense, she explained, does not discuss publicly the details of either the observations or the examination of reported incursions into its training ranges or designated airspace, including incursions initially designated as UAP. Regarding the task force mentioned in the article, I can say that the department is creating a task force to gain knowledge and insight into the nature and origin of UAPs, as well as their operations, capabilities, performance, and our signatures, she added. The mission of the task force will be to detect, analyze, catalog, consolidate, and exploit non-traditional aerospace vehicles, posing an operational threat to U.S. national security and avoid strategic surprise. Fox News has also reached out to Aerospace Corporation with a request for comment on this story. In speaking with New York Times, Reid said he believes the government and the Harry Reid private sector may have retrieved materials from unidentified objects. After looking into this, I came to the conclusion that there were reports, some were substantive, some not so substantive, that there were actual materials that the government and the private sector had in their possession, Reid said in the interview. Reid's comments are the latest from the former lawmaker. In June 2019, he told Nevada's KNPR that he wished lawmakers would hold public hearings into what the military knows. They would be surprised how the American public would accept it, Reid said during the wide-ranging interview. People from their individual states would accept it. And you got to know that it is so demonic. Why do we know it's demonic? Why do we think it's demonic? Because there's a Democrat involved. The former Nevada senator, right there, Harry Reid. The former Nevada Harry Reid senator has also tweeted multiple times about the topic, including in April when he said he was happy the Pentagon released 3 videos of unidentified area phenomena, adding the American people deserve to be informed. Yeah. Senator Harry Reid, I'm glad the Pentagon is finally releasing this footage. Yeah, get out of here. In December 2017, Fox News reported that the Pentagon had secretly set up a program to investigate UFOs at the request of Reid. The demon crap. Yeah, let's see, that's the end of that. So, Lucifer is a cherubim. And he has to come into this dimension from the dimension that he's in. Think about this. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. He has to come in to this dimension somehow. And I believe it is through quantum mechanics, quantum computing. I believe Lucifer, the light farrier, the light bearer, inhabits the quantum realm, and he has made the jump. Look at this. Inside the fringe Japanese religion that claims it can cure COVID-19. Happy Science, which boasts millions of followers, is led by a man who channels Buddha and Jesus and Freddie Mercury and says he can defeat the coronavirus for a fee. When New York went into lockdown last month, the emissaries of a religious group called Happy Science showed up in a ghostly Times Square to deliver a peculiar end-of-days gospel. They wore ritual golden sashes and huddled in a semicircle. Doomsday may seem to be coming, a young minister said, but the greatest savior, he continued, our master is here on earth. One or two passers-by lingered. Here, let me make it a little bigger for you to see. One or two passers-by lingered, taking in the gloomy scene. Of the few people who were on the street, most rushed past. None of this was as haphazard as it seemed. Happy Science is an enormous and powerful enterprise claiming millions of adherents and tens of thousands of missionary outposts across the world. Secretive, hostile to the media, and structured around a tiered pay-to-progress system of membership. They're sometimes called Tokyo's answer to Scientology.
My name is Cass, Minister of Happy Science. So lastly, let me perform the special ritual of Happy Science, Ekantale fight, to drive out communist virus and give you, all Americans, and Mr. Trump, the President of the USA, the light of the Ekantale. So this communist virus, I told you, communist virus,
Communist.
not coronavirus, started from China. This communist virus is not for you, Americans. Do you remember? This virus started from China, and we are fighting. Please have a vision. We are fighting with not believing God state. We are the Western society who believe in God, who believe in the God, Lord. So we are fighting with them. We believing people fighting with not believing state, Chinese Communist Party. So with this ritual, we drive out non-believers, and we try to come in whole believers to create brighter world, brighter future.
Brighter world, brighter future. The coronavirus pandemic has proved to be a perfect vehicle for religious, apocalyptic themes and esoteric doctrines. Its many, many texts are filled with UFOs, lost continents, and demonic warfare. Now they detail the supernatural and extraterrestrial origins of the virus. And in addition to the new DVDs, CDs, and books for sale, Happy Science is offering spiritual vaccines for a fee. The faithful can be blessed with a ritual prayer to ward off and cure the disease. In Times Square, the minister wrapped up his speech with a special incantation. He lifted his arms and chopped them to and fro, shouting as he went. His flock cheered and waved homemade placards. We got to see this. Let me see.
So please receive. Give us hope. Lord El Cantare, may you give us light, give us power, give us hope. May you give us miracles.
That's on their end, not mine. Was that cool or what? Oh, you have Trevor Lindsay. You have brought great dishonor to your family. You have bring dishonor to your family. Huga, you take this higher. Huga, you bring dishonor. Sira! No, 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 no. I'm not a racist. I love the Japanese. In Times Square, the minister wrapped up his speech with a special incantation. He lifted his arms and chopped them to and fro, shouting as he went. Ah! His flock cheered and waved homemade placards. There he is. There's the guy. The exalted star at the center of the happy science universe is a former this is not the Antichrist. He is not Arabic. He's not Arabic. The exalted star at the center of that. Sorry. Oh, Glen Oracle, you're missing it. Ah, yeah. Oh. Renee Hutkins says, a person from Asia? He's not the Antichrist. He's a jackass. Oh, man. Oh, man. He's from Venus. Here's your Venus. The exalted star at the center of the happy science universe is a former Wall Street trader, should have known that, patriot, named Roku Akua, whose followers incredibly regard him as the incarnation of a supreme being from Venus. What's more, he also claims to channel the spirits of hundreds of characters, dead and alive, like Freddie Mercury, Barack Obama, and Steve Jobs. Mr. Okawa almost never appears before the media and via aides decline requests to speak. Before his extravagant reinvention, Mr. Okawa was born Takashi Nagawa in 1956 on the southern... He was born Takashi Nakagawa in 1950 in the southern island of Shikoku in Japan. The post-war decades in Japan had seen a surge in new and novel forms of religion that blended imported New Age texts with long-standing Japanese traditions. It was in this soul-searching melange that Mr. Okawa came of age. He attended Tokyo University and seemed poised to become... He attended Tokyo University and seemed... and seemed poised to become a businessman. In the early 1980s, he joined one of the country's largest trading firms. This is the only way I can go without laughing. He joined one of the country's largest trading firms and said he spent a year working at its Manhattan office. But Mr. Okawa could pursue another career. Around this time, he came to believe he was in contact with wise men from the past like Buddha and Jesus. They told him he was chosen to spiritually redeem a world gone to rack and ruin. Who was he to say no? It was up to me, he later wrote, to gather all the peoples of the world into this new faith for a fee. Mr. Okawa returned to Tokyo, where he tapped into the city's burgeoning metaphysical sense and attracted a following. Playing on the economic anxiety of the early 1990s, he self-published several tracts with titles like The Terrifying Revelations of Nostradamus and The Great Warnings of Allah. The books were hits. And as more flooded out, the tales became more and more dazzling. At first, Mr. Okawa was just a channel for far-flung spirits. Then he was a reincarnated Buddha. Eventually, he proclaimed himself the supreme deity of this world, and remarkably, his followers agreed. Life on Earth, Mr. Okawa came to teach, was engineered millions of years ago by a creator god from Venus named Alcenter, who had been reincarnated over the years as deities and enlightened masters like Hermes, Thoth from Atlantis, Odin, Buddha, and an Incan king named Rant-ar-Crowd. The latest incarnation of El Cantara, of course, was Mr. Okawa himself. Soon, Happy Science would still fill stadiums with ceremonies that blended theatrical cosplay and what looked like revelation, where Mr. Okawa might leap from a mock UFO clad in feathery angel wings as smoke machines billowed. He was trying to pull off the Ezekiel vision. Look at that. Between the growing media franchise and fees and donations, Mr. Okawa's project made him exceptionally rich. By some estimates, Happy Science has revenues of $45 million a year. But there was always a dark side, never far from the surface. In the mid-1990s, Happy Science rivalry with another doomsday group, Shinrikyo, took an ugly turn. First tried to assassinate Mr. Okawa, then later launched an attack on the Tokyo subway with sarin nerve gas, killing 13 and injuring thousands. Yet, where other enterprises and messiahs fell aside, Mr. Okawa persisted. Happy Science has since opened private schools in Japan, and in 2009, it branched into politics. With a right-wing platform that has seen limitless succession in local elections. Mr. Okawa has continued to churn out books, which now number more than 2,000, most of them transcriptions of lectures. A film division also puts out feature-length anime. Meanwhile, Happy Science has left scores of disaffected members in its wake. Opponents accuse the group of fleecing acolytes in what they say amounts to a pyramid scheme. Much to the embarrassment of Mr. Okawa, his own son, Hiroshi, once primed as a successor, is now one of Happy Science's most vocal critics. Hiroshi Okawa, in a message said of his father, he claimed to have received the messages from God. He relentlessly lied to his followers. He added, "I believe that what my father does is complete nonsense." Happy Science claims of 11 million members also seems unlikely. When Mr. Okawa's first wife, Kyoko, left the group in 2011, she estimated real membership was 30,000. For his part, Mr. Okawa denounced his estranged family as demonic. He has since remarried. So trouble at home, the Happies have set sights on America, where they have found a receptive, if modest, welcome. In 2008, Happy Science purchased a Manhattan townhouse and, after renovations, installed its North American headquarters here, relocating from a small office in New Jersey. For the grand opening, Mr. Okawa flew in with his entourage to hold an inaugural lecture that packed the sanctuary and an overflow room downstairs. Sorry for these ads that are running down here. You just got to deal. The building is on a shaded Tribeca alley, sandwiched incongruously between espresso cafes and designer boutiques. He probably owns all of them. Looped videos of Mr. Okawa's lectures play on a large screen facing the street. One afternoon before the shutdown in New York, Yushi Hajimoto, the head minister in the city, sat in a foyer tidying up wares. Glittering amulets and jewelry were for sale. A golden statue of El Cantara, his face modeled on Mr. Okawa's, sat at the dimmed central altar. Hundreds of Happy Science texts line the shelves with titles like Alien Invasion, 7 Future Predictions, Spiritual Massage, Message. Oh my goodness, I'm just having too much fun with this. I'm sorry. It's just funny. Spiritual message from the guardian spirit of Donald Trump, and so on. Spiritual message from the guardian spirit of Donald Trump, and so on. The books about demons are very popular, Mr. Hagimoto said. When news broke this year about a deadly virus spreading from China, Happy Science was quick to pivot to this new, novel cataclysm. Super Vega healing. Pleiades, prayer to turn the wheel of fortune. Super Vega healing charm. Look at this guy's face right here. What is that? Beginning in January, Mr. Okawa claimed to receive messages from a trio of extraterrestrials going by the unfamiliar names Are Gol, Metatron, and Yadron, and the spirits of Chinese leaders, including Xi Jinping. The guardian angels of Boris Johnson, John Lennon, and Angela Merkel also sent transmissions. According to people, there is a sucker born every second. People that are taken by this stuff. And there's so many schemes to get you to pay your money. According to Happy Science, the virus, oh no, somebody's feeling it really hard right now, aren't they, Marty? Somebody, a sucker's born. According to Happy Science, the virus was created as a bioweapon by the Chinese government in Wuhan. And then, in a twist, it was unleashed by a UFO to punish the communists for their godless ways. It has spread to other lands that lack true faith. The material was quickly published as 3 booklets in Japanese and has now been translated in English this month as Spiritual Reading of Novel Coronavirus Infection Originated in China. China! But there is hope for the faithful. The Happies say, along with the book series, they now sell coronavirus-themed DVDs and CDs of Mr. Okawa lecturing. And the sound alone of his voice is meant to hold immune-boosting power. In one video clip, Mr. Okawa advised, you must knock out the coronavirus with your El Cantara belief. In another, it will become like, out with the demons, in with the good fortune. Mr. Okawa also introduced the sacred text of a new ritual purported to miraculously cure the disease. It is conducted in private at temples in exchange for donations. Japanese ads list several prices for virus-related blessings, going from $100 to more than $400. $400. Me bless you long time. Me bless you long time. For $400. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but this is just cracking me up. I'm cracking myself up. Numerous members of the Tribeca congregation have requested the coronavirus prayer. Me pray long time for you, $400. It's amazing, Mr. Hagimoto said. We're still seeing people being cured. In the early days of the virus, you're not seeing anybody cured because it's fake. In the early days, I know it's real, but you know what I'm saying. It's no worse than the flu, and if you'd let us use the right thing, we'd be able to take care of it. In the early days of the virus, Happy Science had proudly kept its Manhattan doors open for business, even as some churches closed. But as infections in the city soared, the temple announced that it would lock up. Beginning this month, Happy Science will administer spiritual vaccines remotely. Sorry, sorry. Agawa, $10. Action Jackson, $10. Me pray for you long time. Jerry Nadler, you pay. You pay. Wait a minute, I just said I'm dead over here. You are dead, girl. You are dead. $4, 10 minutes. Lynn loves him. Lynn loves him. Me love you long time. 10 minutes, $400, 10 minutes. I know what you mean. I'm just a guy. I had to. I couldn't help myself. Lynn loves him, said, I came to see you beat that drum. Beat that drum.
Turn it up. And hopefully the brain attached to the mouth, right? The brain, more important.
Yep. Borrow how much for a spiritual massage? $400. Me massage you long time. Spiritual message. Xing Xing Riri. God. Trevor Lindsay, I make you fish bar soup. Oh, I'm being bad. I know I'm being bad. Oh, I know. Yep. Carlos Rivera, I have a case for emergency level top ramen. Susan Sawyer, oh, his gigger boxes. Gigger. Xing Xing Realty. Xing Xing Riri. Jinping real estate. Trevor Lindsay said we may have a Romans 7 thing happening. Black Knight, LOL. You mean LOL. Oh, LOL. Forgive me, Lord. Action Jackson, you must pay now. Renee Star, yeah. Like, Black Knight, R-O-R-O-O. That's funny, man. That is funny. Renee Hudkins. L-M-A-O. Oh, no go R-O-R-R-O. L-O-L. L-O-L. Oh my God. Reefo weapon. Trevor Lindsay. Reefo weapon. LOL. Oh, Marty Mouse, you can't. The Smooth Man says, as Rary the Caber guy says, Lord, I apologize. Oh, man. Oh. Oh. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. So, folks, join CTFO or look at the products. Just go there to look at the products. You know, there are products that we cannot mention on YouTube because we'll get banned. We don't want to do that. But there's other stuff. There's stuff for pets. There's stuff for pain. There's stuff for dieting. My sample pack comes real soon, and I'll be, you know, I'm looking forward to the appetite, you know, suppression, because I'm working on my girlless figure. I'm almost back down to 199. 11 pounds, I think I've lost. Yep. Renee Hudkins said, I so needed this laugh tonight, Sean. Thank you. Yeah, hey. Hello, Tepper, we needed that laugh. Yeah. You know, the Lord is high and lifted up, mighty in all his ways, holy and blameless. And you need to know that the one that was his right-hand guy wanted to be as him, and he was thrown to the earth. And Jesus saw him fall like lightning. And he was one of these characters, a cherub. Mickey B said, if laughter is like good medicine, I'd say we just OD'd. MRL. I mean, now we can't stop. I mean, you know, come on. No, we're not going to burn in hell for it. You know. Hey, where's Donna Leanne Gwen? Donna, if you watch this later, we miss you, baby. And if you don't want to join the business, the bidding, that's fine. You know, look into these masks. I'm telling you, if you got to wear a mask, these are it. I mean, Fauci, fake, they live, obey and conform, mask the hoax. Read my lips, Renee says. The Renee line, read my lips. Yeah, if you want your own line, I get the money for it. You don't, but you get the glory of it being your idea. The Renee line, read my lips. Right? And read my lips is very significant for her. And the Cynthia line, this mask is like a Democrat. It does nothing. Go check those out. We appreciate your patronage. Before the Gestapo comes and knocks on your door, you might want to get your mask going, because they will be. They will be. And if you own a business, if they own a business, you better tighten up ship, because they're coming after you. They want to destroy you. Burrow, Linda Hipple, absolutely. Would you like to buy some Murray? Absolutely. Read my rips. Trevor Lindsay. Yeah. Carlos Rivera says Christian jokes. Oh man, yeah, we're in trouble. Yeah, Renee, read my rips. Trevor Lindsay. I didn't even mean to do it, Trevor Lindsay. I didn't even mean to do it. I'm like, Trevor Lindsay? That's funny. Later, Susan. She says, I'm headed outside. Really, what she means, I'm going to go pee because I've laughed so much. I'm going to go take care of that. Hey, there it is. That's funny, Carlos. Yeah, I did. Carlos Riviera. Carlos? Trevor Renzi? Grin Orger? Stop laughing at me. Oh, man. Speaking of watermelon. What, Black Knight? Sorry, I'm overdoing it. I know I'm just overdoing it. But hey, we're having fun. Hey, thanks for coming tonight. Get a mask. Look at CTFO. You want the link from Nuclear Joe. Sign up under him. That's what we're doing. We're helping each other. We've hacked this thing, this system, and we're going to grow it for everybody really, really fast. All right, Black Knight, later. We'll talk to you later. Black Knight says, makes me pee. Yes. Take it easy, guys. Later.